Welcome to the news. PSG has officially qualified for the Champions League final after edging out Bayern Munich in the semi-finals return leg at the Allianz Arena. Luis Enrique's Les Parisiens will clash with Mikel Arteta's Arsenal in the final on Saturday, May 30th. We break down everything you need to know about this massive showdown.
Never get caught with a dead phone again. This INIU portable charger is compact, travel-friendly, and gives you fast 45-watt charging with a built-in USB-C cable, so there's no need to carry extra cords. With 10,000 mAh power, it's perfect for busy days, trips, emergencies, or anytime your battery drops too low. Grab yours on Amazon through the link in the comments before your phone hits 1%.
Next up, we look at the lingering shadow of the Champions League dream as Harry Kane navigates his career. We explore the crushing feeling of defeat after his journey with Tottenham Hotspur and how his move to Bayern Munich has reshaped his legacy, and whether he can finally claim that ultimate trophy. Now it's time for the Ligue 1 spotlight. We dive deep into the situation for Paris Saint-Germain as they look to clinch another domestic crown before focusing on the European final. We examine the tight race involving Lens and the potential for PSG to secure a fifth consecutive Ligue 1 title. And finally, we wrap up with the latest on PSG's domestic ambitions and the key players making waves. We look at Warren Zaïre-Emery's incredible minutes for Luis Enrique's side and what it means for the team's future. Don't miss a second of this action. Stay tuned right here. Paris Saint-Germain has secured their place in the Champions League final after overcoming Bayern Munich in the return leg of the semi-finals at the Allianz Arena with a 1-1 draw, leading to a 6-5 aggregate victory. The highly anticipated final will see Les Parisiens face Arsenal, managed by Mikel Arteta, on Saturday, May 30th in Budapest. While Ousmane Dembele's opening goal hinted at a return to the high-octane football scene in the first leg against Bayern Munich, the return match proved significantly more cagey. PSG's early doubling of the aggregate lead dampened the atmosphere, putting Bayern under immense pressure, as their star players like Michael Olise and Luis Diaz struggled to perform. Despite Harry Kane restoring parity late in the game, PSG's game management and the contributions of defensive players such as Marquinhos, Willian Pacho, and Matvei Safonov were highly praised. The first leg highlighted the potent partnership between Ousmane Dembele and Kvaratskhelia Kvaratskhelia, who were involved in all 5 PSG goals, demonstrating their crucial role when facing tougher opposition. This qualification sets up a clash between two distinct philosophies: Luis Enrique's team, which has been a joy to watch, and Mikel Arteta's Arsenal side. The upcoming Budapest final promises to be a historic contest, marking a significant moment for PSG, who are becoming one of the few teams to reach back-to-back Champions League finals in the last century. For the Ligue 1 champions, this marks their third Champions League final in 7 seasons. Neu dung kai tight. Bayern Munich was denied passage to their first Champions League final last night, falling to the reigning champions in a chaotic 6-5 aggregate victory. The defeat has reignited a complex narrative for Harry Kane, whose own pursuit of the coveted trophy remains fraught with emotional weight. / Kane was not involved in the final match in Lisbon, but the setback serves as a stark reminder of his complicated relationship with major club silverware. This disappointment echoes a past heartbreak 7 years prior, when he walked off the pitch distraught after Tottenham Hotspur's 2-0 defeat to Liverpool in the 2018-19 Champions League final. That experience highlighted a recurring theme in his Tottenham career: an inability to lead the club to ultimate glory, leaving him with a persistent sense of what if. / Despite the emotional toll, Kane's run with Tottenham to the final was remarkable. Under Mauricio Pochettino, he registered 5 goals in 9 Champions League games, navigating hurdles against Manchester City in the quarter-finals, and delivering one of the greatest comebacks in Champions League history against Ajax in the semi-final. However, injury forced him to watch much of this miracle unfold from the sidelines, and his desperate return to the final ultimately proved costly for the club. / His transfer to Bayern Munich was a pivotal move, shifting his narrative from an underdog seeking a miracle to an environment demanding success. As perennial Bundesliga winners, Kane has secured back-to-back league titles in Germany, solidifying his status. The move also offered him a chance at Champions League redemption, a goal that has not materialized yet. /N/N in the 2025-26 campaign, Bayern faced Inter Milan in the quarterfinal, but the real test came against a PSG side equally determined to secure European glory. The semi-final against PSG was a spectacle of high-stakes football, featuring tactical battles and individual brilliance from both heavyweights. While Kane was on target in both legs, his efforts were ultimately insufficient as PSG prevailed. /N/N the image of Kane breaking down after the final whistle symbolized him crumbling under the weight of his legacy. The irony is palpable. Leaving Tottenham to compete for the biggest trophies, Bayern provided the platform, and he has achieved domestic success, yet the ultimate prize remains elusive. At 32, with his career approaching its twilight, the Champions League continues to be the dream that keeps slipping away, leaving the question of his ultimate immortality hanging in the air. Paris Saint-Germain is poised to secure another Ligue 1 title following their run to the Champions League final, despite the focus shifting to the European competition. Luis Enrique's squad is set to face Arsenal on May 30th in the final after a tense 1-1 second leg draw away to Bayern Munich, where they advanced to the final after a 6-5 aggregate victory in the semi-final. This achievement marks a historic moment, positioning PSG as the second club in the Champions League era to achieve back-to-back titles, following Real Madrid's success from 2016 to 2018. Luis Enrique praised the team's quality following the match. Winning the domestic league is viewed as the baseline expectation for PSG, underscored by their significant financial advantage stemming from the 2011 Qatari takeover, placing their budget ahead of France's next 5 wealthiest clubs combined. While Lens remains a contender with 3 games left, PSG holds a substantial lead in points and goal difference. Lens's immediate focus is on securing a home win against relegation candidates, not to prevent PSG from retaining the title at home against Brest. Even if Lens secures a victory, a PSG win would effectively conclude the title race, offering Luis Enrique's team the chance to win away against their rivals next Wednesday. Meanwhile, Lens coach Pierre Sage has stated that finishing second is the realistic goal before the season concludes with the French Cup final. In the broader league context, Lyon is positioned for a third automatic Champions League spot, with Lille in 4th, securing a place in the next season's third qualifying round. Monaco must defeat Lille to maintain their Champions League aspirations, while Rennes also has a route to qualification. Marseille's season has reportedly collapsed, potentially jeopardizing their European participation. A key player to watch is 20-year-old French international Warren Zaïre-Emery, who has played over 4,000 minutes this season, demonstrating impressive form and versatility, having effectively covered right-back duties when Achraf Hakimi was injured. Key statistics indicate PSG can clinch their 14th French title, and they have the potential for a 5th consecutive Ligue 1 crown, the longest streak in French history. The immediate fixtures include Lens versus Nantes on Friday, followed by a series of matches including Paris Saint-Germain versus Brest on Sunday. Paris Saint-Germain is poised to secure another Ligue 1 title, following their successful run in the Champions League, ahead of their final clash in Budapest. The club's objective to retain the European trophy is balanced by the domestic pursuit, as winning Ligue 1 remains the expected minimum given PSG's significant financial dominance in French football following the 2011 Qatari takeover. Luis Enrique's squad reached the Champions League final against Arsenal on May 30th after a tense 1-1 second leg draw away to Bayern Munich, where they secured a 6-5 aggregate victory in the semi-final. This run marks a significant achievement, positioning PSG as the second club in the Champions League era to achieve back-to-back titles, following Real Madrid's success from 2016 to 2018. Domestically, the race is tight. Lens remains the only contender capable of overtaking PSG with 3 games remaining, but PSG currently holds a 6-point lead coupled with a superior goal difference. For Lens to prevent PSG from officially retaining the title at home, they must secure a victory against relegation candidates Nantes on Friday. Should Lens win, a PSG victory would effectively end the title race, or at least put the team in a position to challenge next week's away fixture against their nearest rivals. Lens coach Pierre Sade has expressed a realistic outlook, stating that finishing second is the best achievable goal before the season concludes with the French Cup final. Other European developments include Lyon potentially claiming France's third automatic Champions League spot, with Lille in fourth, securing a place in the next season's third qualifying round. Monaco must defeat Lille to maintain their Champions League aspirations, while Rennes also has a route to qualification. Conversely, Marseille's season is in crisis, facing potential elimination from European competition. A standout player to watch is 20-year-old French international Warren Zaïre-Emery. Having recovered personally after a difficult spell, he has featured in over 4,000 minutes for PSG this season, more than any other player, establishing himself as a key midfield presence. His versatility is also notable, as he has effectively covered the right-back position when Achraf Hakimi is unavailable. Key statistics indicate PSG has a strong title outlook, with 14 titles available, and the potential for a fifth consecutive Ligue 1 crown, extending Lyon's historic 7-year streak. Meanwhile, Nantes faces relegation danger, having been champions 8 times, but now on the brink of a third relegation in 2 decades. Upcoming fixtures include Lens versus Nantes on Friday, followed by a series of weekend matches, culminating in PSG's home game against Brest on Sunday.